The push for a more rigid lockdown came just after word of nearly 7,000 cases and 32 deaths in a 24-hour period.
This is a national emergency. We're in the midst of a prolonged war, the coronavirus war. This is a war for the economy, for health, and again, this is a war for life.
Following hours of heated debate, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu pushed through the measures despite opposition from the finance ministry and others.
Only if we stand together, only if we fight together, only if we adhere to the rules together, only then will we defeat the pandemic, and we will defeat it. This is what we did in all of Israel's wars, and this is what we did in the first wave of the coronavirus.
Israel has had more than 214,000 cases since the start of the pandemic, with more than 650 now in serious condition. But even Israel's coronavirus commissioner, RONNI GAMZU, was opposed to the full lockdown.
You cannot put your population locked down the entire year. You will have this occasion and this occasion and this occasion and this occasion. So you are handling risk. We handled the risk quite well until 1st of September.
Still, he said, they must continue the fight.
So it's a hard work, still ongoing fight. Do not declare victory, do not declare failure, go ahead and still fight it.
The increased restrictions began Friday and are scheduled to last at least until the end of the holidays in about 2 weeks. Netanyahu says they may lessen restrictions then if the numbers decrease. The lockdown includes synagogues except for limited prayers on Yom Kippur, reducing protesters and allowing demonstrations only within a kilometer of one's house, closing non-essential businesses, drastically reducing public transport, and allowing citizens to gather with only their nuclear families. The closure will cost an estimated $10 billion if it lasts 3 weeks.
At this rate of infection, if we do not do this, there will be no alternative to a prolonged tight lockdown. Therefore, it's preferable to do it over the holiday period in which there are fewer working days and most of the economy is on vacation anyway.
Netanyahu and alternate Prime Minister Benny Gantz agreed on the full lockdown. Netanyahu said as Israel faces a new year, he expects there to be a message of hope, but it would require everyone to show personal responsibility, including wearing masks, maintaining distance, and avoiding gatherings. Meanwhile, Haifa's RAMBAM hospital is opening its underground bomb shelter facility as a coronavirus ward.
This is a facility that was as an outcome of the Second Lebanon War in 2006, when we were under attack with missile attacks, and none of the hospital at the time was protected. None was fortified.
At the end of the war, they built 3 floors of underground parking, each one 5 acres, that can be transformed in case of emergency to the biggest underground hospital in the world.
Now this facility is made for the COVID-19 patients, and we were asked by the Ministry of Health to give solution for 770 patients, 170 of them are ventilated.
Opening the facility will only partially solve the problem.
So we have the grounds, we have the equipment, but there's no doubt that the bottleneck is the amount of staff that we have to treat these patients.
The IDF also said it will open a field hospital for coronavirus patients. Julie Stahl, CBN News, Jerusalem.